Hello, welcome back to my channel. Oh, and please feel free to grab a hold of a little bit of the rainbow Laffy Taffy that I have left. It is really cool because you can pull on it, and no matter how hard you pull, no matter how far you stretch that rainbow, it keeps those colors, okay? And you know what? We're here to accept all. If you happen to find that you are uncomfortable talking about, certain things about the rainbow, well, too bad. That's what we're here to talk about. All kinds of things, anything really. So, we have our resident troll. See her, Sophia. She's right over there, and she's always watching. So she keeps a pretty good eye on the room. I think keeps people that are looking for an argument out, preferably, because an argument you're not going to win, especially online. It can get real complex real quick. And, things get lost in context and, it's a mess. So, basically I was thinking about some things and, you don't really realize the differences in cultures until you actually find yourself submerged within one, or immersed within one, however you want to look at it. But when I moved into our first flat here, okay, this is our first flat we moved into in England, and it's the only one we've lived in. So far, good choice. We're happy. But moving in, I had to understand a few things about the architecture and expectations. One thing I did notice is that when they say closet, what they really mean is an armoire, basically, that has doors in the front of it, and you open it and you hang your clothes up inside of it. It is not what you might be thinking. Because see, when I grew up where I did, most of Europe, yes. However, quite a few of those houses were actually on American bases. So I imagine they were built to average American standards, So it wouldn't have been that far out of the norm. So for us in America, when you go into a home, if you want to go to the closet, well, you open the door to the bedroom generally, and you walk in, and the closet is built into the room. So you'll have a walk-in closet, or you'll have a closet that, the sliding door opens and voila, there are all your clothes and your shoes or whatever it is that you happen to put in your closet. Because you know what? I have seen enough shows and enough strange things to know that people don't necessarily use closets for the purpose that they're designated. They don't. So I can sometimes be quite surprised at what I see in there. So yeah. Just look up a few prepper videos, and they use closets for interesting things. Water purification systems, hydroponics. I've seen a lot of things. It's pretty cool. Anyway, I love the resourcefulness of people. I really do. As long as they're not hurting anybody, I'm good, So there was that. So we ended up getting an armoire, and not the greatest armoire. Seriously, it was built out of that pressed wood, and you know how that stuff works. It kind of mimics wood for a certain period of time, and then after a while it kind of doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't, and it's not a good thing. But anyway, I have my own design ideas for the future, and they involve metal. Yeah, I suppose you could say I'm a metalhead too. Anyway, diverging off into the proper topic I had picked out for today. Yeah. All right, duvet. The first time I heard that word was when I landed in England. Nobody had ever in my life used the word duvet, or it was I mulled it over in my mind. I thought about it, And I really couldn't for the life of me think about what that was, let alone what a duvet cover was. I was just like, what? I felt really, really kind of dumb that day because I had no idea what was going on. And once I had a clue about what was actually, being spoken about, I thought, oh, well, why do you do that? Because, again, being from America, we had to do something completely different from you guys. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's just a continual petulant child thing. We're not doing what you're doing. We're not a part of you guys anymore. And it just kind of stuck over a few years. But yeah, it's completely different. Over there, it's called a comforter, generally. And it's the duvet and the duvet covers sewn together. And usually, if you would like to get that cleaned, you have to either send it off for dry cleaning, and that's if you're being a responsible adult, which most people aren't, or you Febreze the heck out of it. You can air it out outside, which is nice, and I like to do that. Or you can just do what many people I do know over there do, is stuff it in your washing machine, which is usually an upright loader, and hope for the best. That's what most of us did when it came to washing our comforter. We quite literally closed the lid and went, please work. Please work. Because, none of us wanted to traipse all the way up to the freaking dry cleaners for a comforter? No. But anyway, so coming back to England, and I'm pretty sure this goes for everybody in the UK. I'm not ignoring the rest of you guys. I promise. I just don't know as much about you. So, I mean, if you would like to tell me more about, Wales, Northern or Southern Ireland, or Scotland, please tell me. I'd love to know. I want to know more. Because I do actually have Scottish heritage as well. So that's interesting to me, for sure. All right, so now, once we got the duvet debacle covered and gone over, and I went, okay, I understand this now. Well, bed sizes, very different. See, I grew up with this being the bed size chart that most people I know use. You have your twin size, your full, queen, king, California king. Usually that's the way it goes. Now, I did not think it was a universal system, but you guys, I mean, y'all, you have more choices, I think, but they're just called different things, because from when I went to go look, I found small single, small double, king size, super king size, and it said next to the small double that was a queen. Why don't they just call it a queen? I mean, does it have to do with the royal family? I doubt they're that petty, but I don't know. So, please tell me. I don't mean offense, I promise. But I've been kind of looking at that for a while, going, is that something I'm not understanding? But yeah, so those were things that were a bit different from what I was used to. However, one other thing is the flats are a lot, well, they're smaller than I'm used to. It's just little things like, how do I put this? The refrigerator, for sure. I know I've been over this, but that is about half the size of what I'm used to. Oh, there goes Sophia. Whoops. Bloopers on YouTube, and you're going to get all of it because I'm not going to edit that out because it was funny. See, she's smiling. All right, so I'm gonna put her right there so I don't knock her over again. Yeah. The thing I did notice, because there were some people that were mentioning about the screen door or the screen windows, I have finally found a way to block the window in the bedroom. It's great. It's not pretty, but it works. I took some very large books that I had and I put them on the bottom, like on the shelf, and then I put the screen against the window, and then I had the perfect book. I wedged it right in there. It holds it open, keeps it against the window, and I negotiated with our cat, and so far she hasn't torn it down. We shall see. I don't know. But I wanted to ask you guys, okay? What subjects do you want me to cover? I'm working on the unions right now. I am doing more research on that because I've found quite a bit of information that there's a lot to mull over. Let me put it that way. So if there's more, I'm more than open to looking it up and finding out more for you guys, for sure. So just, please feel free to ask in the comments. Let me know. If you have friends that might want to know more about America, send them my way. Send them to the channel and ask me questions, because I would love to answer them for you. Now, if I have any American viewers, I was going to say, if you have any kind of like stories about your experiences in the medical community in America, and you'd like to share them, then I'm more than happy to provide you guys with an email that you could send those to. I would be giving full credit to you. It's not my story, but I'd like to be the one to share that with people so that it would make people more aware, and maybe it could help in the future, because I know it's like ripples in a pond right now, but I know that eventually it'll get somewhere, and I would like that to happen. I really would. So I know somebody wanted me to make tortillas, which I can do that. Not right now because it's very hot. It's very hot today. It's going to be very hot tomorrow. Yay. But I want to show people how to make a good cup of tea. And the other thing I'd really love to do is to finally, I'm sure I'm not the only one that's done this, but to finally have my opportunity to show people that Marmite or yeast extract can be really yummy if you only put a little bit in with your toast. You are not supposed to hold the jar, stick a spoon, a fork, a knife, or whatever in it, put it directly on white bread, and then eat it. And that's not the way you do it. If you eat it that way, it's going to be repulsive, overbearing, too strong, pungent, you pick one, but don't recommend. Anywho, seriously, love you guys for just sticking with me. Thank you. Had not been feeling good, so I decided I was just going to make a video anyway, and I hope that this came out well, and I look forward to making some more. I really do. But just, if you have any ideas or anything you want to know, shoot the question my way. Please ask me. I've got lots of time, so I'll be happy to do the research. Okay? And if anybody happens to be LGBTQ when you're watching my video, you do have a safe space to ask questions as well. And if anybody has any issue or takes umbrage with, your sexual preference, tell me about it. I'll look into it, I promise. Until next time, see you later.